In a Coin 6 follow-up now, we have learned where a controversial shelter for homeless criminals might actually soon open.
Yeah, the nonprofit Love Overwhelming announced their proposal tonight to open their shelter on Cowlitz Way near 4th Avenue in Kelso. And as Jolie Winaga found out, neighbors are pretty upset.
Well, just in tonight, a possible location for a so-called low-barrier shelter. This is a nonprofit that allows anyone to stay here, no questions asked, which means if they're drunk, if they're high, if they're a sex offender, they'd be allowed to stay here overnight. As you can imagine, neighbors aren't happy.
Needles, paraphernalia, drug paraphernalia.
Neighbors speaking their minds in front of Kelso city leaders Tuesday. They learned this building on Cowlitz Way next to this church and a daycare could soon open as a shelter for homeless criminals.
The homeless that we are talking about are not just homeless or mentally ill or people living on the streets. We are talking about drug addicts and criminals.
The executive director of the group, Love Overwhelming, tells me Kelso desperately needs a shelter for people, including those suffering from addiction.
We located a building. We submitted a letter of intent to lease a building and it was actually approved in June for us to move forward.
City leaders tell me they are still looking at the application. The shelter's executive director assures council members and neighbors the nonprofit will follow a strict good neighbor policy and will soon ask for neighbors' input as well.
We have not signed a lease. We are waiting until we work with the city to get to that point, and we'll have some public forums as well.
Still, neighbors argue this type of shelter is high risk and tell me they fear for their safety. We'll keep following this for you and let you know if the application is approved. In Kelso, Jolie Winaga, Coin 6 News.